not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Stop being greedy. Let's keep it real, partner. Give to the needy. Man, remember that DMX? I can get this flow. I can hit this dough. You know I'm with that, yo. Earth. Shout out to DMX. Still rocking. It's your boy Big Vern. Rest in peace, DMX. My bad. Rest in peace. He made some good music. But if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome. We talked some Penn State versus USC. Another hard loss for Lincoln Riley and the Trojan faithful to take on the chin. This went down in Pasadena. We talked about his frustrations and everything going on there. Then we pivoted from the Big Ten to the SEC, where Texas, they just mauled Oklahoma. There was nothing to write about. That was just a beating on all levels. And then we're going to pivot right back to the Big Ten because Oregon and Ohio State played a classic game. Of course, there has to be a loser in these things. You're not going to always get winners, okay? However, when the fans win, that's the most important thing. I think homers miss it. Of course, you want your team to be victorious. Everybody does. However, when the fans don't feel cheated, I know there was a call in the first quarter where it looked like he got an interception and Ohio State ran straight up to the line and snapped the ball. And when they went back and looked at the replay, it clearly was an interception. Also, I can argue on Ohio State's behalf that Oregon has little guys trying to cover big receivers, big physical receivers. In the fourth quarter, inside 2 minutes, Ohio State's making a push to get in field goal range, and they call, forget his name, one of the wide receivers. They call him for a push. That was not a push. Inside 5 yards, you can get free. You can shove your defender and go looking for the ball, which is what he did. It's not his fault that he's a big physical receiver. Oregon, I think they did that with the psyche to have those little fast guys back there. But if you're going to play this guy within that 5 yard range and then he pushes that guy, that's a legal play. How they got whistled for a flag on that, I was like, oh, that was a gift. Only in Eugene. The line when we covered that game was only 3 points, and they gave that in swing of Ohio State. So we knew this game was going to be close within the margin of error. And it did not, like I said, it did not disappoint. It lived up to the hype. Everybody established themselves through the air. Oregon 341, Ohio State 326 on the ground. Oregon 155, Ohio State 151. 22 first downs for the Buckeyes, 18 first down for the Mighty Ducks. Third down efficiency, I'm going to say Oregon they came out victorious on that. Put behind the 8 ball 14 times. They converted 6 of those. Fourth down, 50-50, 1 of 2. Ohio State was perfect on fourth down. They went for it twice. They got it twice. The penalties from Ohio State on the road. I know some of those penalties, some guys couldn't hear with all of the noise that was going on in Eugene. And so you had 8 penalties for 70 yards. Oregon is a good football team. Don't get me wrong. Oregon is a good football team. I'm still not sold, but they are a good football team. You can't shoot yourself in the foot with 70 yards and penalties. It's just not gonna happen. Ohio State fumbled in the same quarter, first quarter. Quinshon Judkins is actually trying to fight for it and get more yards. And I forget the lineman who just reached in and took it out of his hands like he was a little baby. And I know Quinshon was upset. He was on the sidelines. He was pacing back and forth. And for quite some time, they didn't put him back out there. He kind of had to earn his way back in there by getting some long runs and hitting the blocks and in between the tackles and hitting the holes as hard as he could. But for quite some time, he wasn't out there on that field. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot.
Y'all know what we do, and you know why I'm here. We got another rap album we promoting this month. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Big Sean, out right now in stores. Better Me Than You. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites, Iconic, Typecast, Break the Cycle, It Is What It Is, and many more. Big Sean in stores now.
Yeah, shout out to Big Sean. What it is. Oh my goodness, that whole Better Me Than You. I love that. I love Break the Cycle. That's my joint on there. But pivoting from what was going on in the game, CBS Sports' Jerry Palm, he writes that despite Ohio State losing to Oregon, he still has Ohio State as the number 2 team in college football. And I was in agreement with this. Now, the only reason I was in agreement with this was because I looked at the schedule and I was telling Ohio State fans, as much as I was telling Oregon fans, hey, look, no matter who loses that game, there's still a lot of football to be played. There's still a lot of football to be played. It's not the end of the world. This isn't the old system of things. And so you don't have to play around a team. You can just play that team straight up. I would prefer that. I don't like to see teams on the schedule like Mercer or the Word Incarnate or Citadel. No, play the big boys. You're not being penalized anymore. And if you play a highly ranked team and you have a 1-point loss, that to me looks better than you playing Helen Keller University or Anne Frank Tech and then you winning 73-6. And now everybody's like, oh, wow, they put up 73. You're supposed to. You're playing a 1AA high school affiliate. It makes no sense. But also, Jerry Palm puts in here, the Buckeyes will run the table and get their revenge against the Ducks in the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis. Now, that is key. Because when I was looking at the game, and this isn't a backhanded compliment or anything that I have to say to kind of, smack in the face of a victory from the Eugene faithful. If that game was played anywhere else, they would have lost. I'm just going to be real about that. If that game was played anywhere else, Oregon gets beat. But it is what it is. It's not sour grapes. It's just an observation because there were a lot of whistles. I felt like, really? Okay. Therefore, Ohio State would receive the first round bye as a conference championship. Now, Iowa State, and you'll get this when you tune in Wednesday. That's a shameless plug for Wednesday. Iowa State is going to replace Utah when it comes to teams from the Big 12 getting into that playoff. And I break all of this down. It's funny how guys write articles and my thinking is there before they put them in print. But, however, it is what it is. Buckeye faithful, let me know. Will you get your revenge in Indianapolis in the championship game? Yes or no? Leave it in the comments. This is Big